We get you into the action very early on. In fact, it's the first drive of the game, and the Minnesota Vikings have the ball. Here's McNabb. And incomplete on the deep ball. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I'd continue to go in that direction because right now they got the defense back on their heels.
The quick slant caught. Catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to...
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Minnesota! Adrian Peterson, his 8th... Okay, time to hop back into this one. It's a red zone alert with a 1st and 10 upcoming down at the 13-yard line. Now McNabb. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have the Vikings first down as the conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So right here, this offense is trying to tack on to their lead in the second quarter with an upcoming field goal attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
McNabb's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson as the first half is winding down. A lot of points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the second half, ball in the red zone. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. They're going on fourth down. It's far. Over the middle, Sharps. All right, so here's the situation. Onside kick team out there. Receiving team needs to get their hands on this football. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort.
And if nothing else.
This defense trailing in the fourth quarter and really needing this fourth down stop. They'll set up to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles.
Yeah, with their overall.
This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the base. All right, so the onside kick forthcoming. This one resting on the shoulders of the hands team. Can they get the football? And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Favre. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Minnesota, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.